ICMG provides four criteria for the authorship. That is substantial contribution for the work. Second one is approval for the final version, then drafting of work, and agreed on the all aspects of the publication. So these all criteria has been fulfilled by the author for to take authorship. The authorship is nothing but the individual who is contributing for the publication, maybe fully or maybe partly. So the first thing is a first author. So what is meant by first author? Usually in the student life or in the early age of a research, if you are conducting your research and responsible to conduct research in a lab, maybe in the inside lab, outside lab, or it's maybe the table work, or if it is a field work, if you are visiting to any place, hospital, anywhere, then this kind of work if you are conducting, then you are a first author. Generally defined or generally called as category, the student category of work. It is called as first author work. So if you are a research scholar and if you are conducting your research, absolutely your name will be as a first author. Remember, many times it happens that the guide usually takes the data from the student and they used to publish their article with their own name, but giving their name as a first author. But in this case, student has to cross-check the publication, cross-check the manuscript, and verify that whether their name is as a first author or not. The reason behind that is the importance. So importance of first author is very different than the importance of the as a second author or as a corresponding author. If you are a first author, it is mandatory at early age of your research for your PhD, for postdoctorate fellowship, how many articles you have as a first author, and for research grant also, and for promotion also it is mandatory. So guide used to take this kind of that possibilities that they can give their name as a first author and they can use this credit on their name for the upgradation of their academic profile. So I would like to suggest to the students, so cross check the manuscript before submission. If it is submitted, insist guide to withdraw the manuscript and replace your name as a first author. So this is the first authorship which is mandatory for the researcher. The second question is, what about the second author, also called as the last author or corresponding author? So we talk about first second author. The second author is usually called as a guide, or who is supporting the research to plan, design, complete and finish. After that it has to be written and ready to publish. So this guideline is provided by the person, he is a second author usually, and we define it as a guide of a research. So guide should give the guideline to the student to write the article, and he may be a second author, and usually this second author is a corresponding author. So moving toward the next step, that is the third option, is called as the corresponding author. So simply if we see the definition, it is the person who communicating the article from a submission part to the publication, up to submission to publication, that is a corresponding author. So there is no such thumb rule of the corresponding author. The first author may be the corresponding author, or maybe the second author or guide may be the corresponding author. But the corresponding author shall be responsible to communicate properly time to time with the journals and with the editorial team. I would like to suggest that draft your manuscript by taking importance of authorship in mind.